Hey, Brannon Beliso here. It is Friday, July 7th, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the West Coast. This is Success Never Sleeps. And I'm hanging with you where we as a collective, martial arts school owners, small businesses, entrepreneurs, we really get down and try to figure out this thing called life. We're very passionate about scaling and monetizing our businesses, but also very passionate about the work-life balance and creating an environment where we can enjoy the work, enjoy our wealth, and we do that through understanding our why and our purpose and doing everything we can to cultivate that. So I want to start by thanking my sponsors. Of course, who do we have? We have Tucson, Market Muscles, my studio, Kids Love Life Skills, and LC Accounting. Sorry about that glitch there. Not sure why my camera's doing that today. It's only here in StreamYard. Come on, help me out. Make it up. There it is. All right. So again, thank you so much to my sponsors. I love all of them. What they do for me in allowing me the voice to sing my song. They don't censor me. They don't tell me what to say. That sense of trust that I've earned with them is something I cultivate in all of my businesses with all of my clients. And it's something I encourage you to do as well. Trust is something that is hard to earn, so easy to lose. So for me, always doing the right thing, really honoring and valuing the trust that I've earned with Market Muscles, my studio, Kids Love Life Skills, LC Accounting, Tucson, is so valuable to my heart and to my soul. And so for that, I want to say thank you so much to all of them. Who's coming aboard? Let me know that you're coming aboard. Do say hello. Bob. Love you, Bob. It's good to see Bob here. Please, as you're coming aboard, say hello. Promise me you're going to share this with groups, other martial arts group, other martial arts school owners, small businesses, anybody that could benefit from this learning. Today, it's all going to be about summer strategies. I mean, we're in it. It's July. We're in the middle of this craziness. I'm going to talk to you about what's going on for us in both of our schools right now, as well as our planning out as we look at back to school already. Hey, what's up, Jason Smith? Believe Martial Arts. Hey, Jonna, what's up? How's everybody doing? Let me know that you're here. Say hello. I love to give people shout outs. Does this work? Can I shout you out like this? Let's see. Ooh, Marco's not with me today. So I'm get to be a big kid. Who's the Facebook user? Hello, sir. Let's see, who's this? Ooh, Facebook user. Who is it? And there's Bob Poole. What's happening, sir? How are you? So as you come aboard, let me give you a shout out. I'm running solo. Marco's internet is down. He's trying to listen through his phone, and I think that's pretty cool. If you have a question as we go along, put it in there. If it pertains to the subject, fine. But often we have burning desires, and I tell people it's not about asking questions, it's about asking the right questions, right? Oh, Herman Macon. What's up, sir? How are you, sir? Is it Herman Macon? Which Macon is it? There's a couple Macons that I get to associate with at Facebook now. So what's coming up, folks? It's Time Live Balance. November 11th to 14th, right here in Millbrae, California. And it's only 5 minutes from SFO, which I think is a really, really good thing. I do know for me that facilitating this event is just a magical experience, and it's something I would highly recommend everybody come to. It's an investment in yourself. It's an investment that really says I'm worth my version of success, and it's something we've cultivated. It's my 8th offering, and this one is all about balance. As we're coming into 2024, I know we chase the proverbial carrot. Our goal is to make more. I get it. I understand that. But for me, balance is being there at my son's basketball game last night, right? I missed the first one because I was teaching classes, but the second one, I was there to applaud him. So that's important for me. I've been covering all the classes while TJ's on paternity leave, and I knew it was a 2-month project, and I happily welcomed it. It was great leadership. I learned so much about the holes in our curriculum. I learned about our summer day camp processes as I did 1 week of that. And now, next weekend, I go to Vegas for my son's basketball tournament, and I'm back to teaching 2 days a week. And so that sense of balance for me is a very, very important factor for me, and it's something that I embrace with my heart and my soul. And I encourage that. I talk to young school owners and businesses, and they're all about the grind, the grind, the grind. Do it while you're young. Do it while you're young. Do it while you're young. Well, guess what? I see people grinding at 60 and 70 and 80. And I don't know if that's my version of success. I don't know if that's my version of balance, but it's one I would encourage you to find. Find that work-life balance. Ricardo! There's my good friend, Ricardo. Yep. Jason is super excited to be coming out to It's Time Live. Balance Jason, I'm going to call him out. He'll be testing for his black belt in Kenpo. I love Jason as a friend, as a brother, and to just witness his metamorphosis from when I first started working with Jason to the rebrand, to moving the school, to him deciding to take on the Kenpo curriculum, to his usage of Kids Love Life skills into his program. And now, I mean, can I say, Jason, you've lost what, 35 pounds, 40 pounds? So Jason is really on a path. And I love to see that. Even more so, I love to be part of that journey with you. And I think it's powerful, super powerful. Conrad. How's it going, sir? Respect martial arts, SoCal. I'm happy for you too, Conrad. I see you and your beautiful girlfriend and all the pictures and Raven's growing up. And, I think that's what it's about. We're just trying to do this thing called life and be happy. I remember when Conrad and I first met in Cozumel, and he shared with me analysis paralysis. But from that, I mean, I love you, Conrad, and I'm just so happy for you. I'm so happy for your life and where you're at. Anybody else coming aboard? Say hi before we get this shindig rocking and rolling. That is just so good. I love my morning coffee. So, the one thing I want to share with you is that for the first time ever, we're offering $200 off for the first 10 spots of It's Time Live Believe? No, Balance. That's the other one, right? It's Time Live Balance. So I'd encourage you, Raven says hi. Hey, Raven. I love watching all of Raven's growth and stunts. It's pretty cool. So I put in the link there for It's Time Live Balance. So the way we've rounded it out to create a balanced event, you know how the gig breaks down. Saturday, you observe classes with me there in real time, narrating the different things we do. I think when you experience our culture and you experience what we do, and this year I'm so blessed, I'm grateful to say we're on the path to do $2.1 million between two locations. And I feel exceptionally blessed. I remember the dark times of the pandemic and working through the uncertainty, but always having that sense of faith. So to look at our numbers today and be just like so ecstatic. So we'll do that in the morning, right? Then of course, Dave Kovar is coming in. I think an instructor's boot camp with Dave Kovar is like doing a tax return. It's something you should do every year. Dave Kovar is the instructor's instructor. He's the most inspirational guy I know, a dear friend. So he'll be doing an instructor's boot camp from 2 to 6. Sunday, November 12th is all business with me, Brannon Beliso. I also have a special guest, Adam Lodhi. I know I never say that right. He's currently Dojo Launch, but we are rebranding him through my wisdom program. In just a short 2 months, some of the numbers I can share. Millbrae in 2022, we added 22 new students. In May of 2023, we added 47. It's the first time I'm working with somebody on this level. We're writing scripts together. We're doing B-rolls together. So I have my hands deep in it. You know me. I can't just sit there and give money to somebody and walk away. Right? It's just not the way I grow. And I want to teach this to you guys. I want to learn this stuff. So to have that, it's not a luxury. It's a privilege to do that, to work with a digital marketing company and be in it on a first tiered level. So Adam will be here offering content. And then, of course, Monday is all personal development. We're out in the woods, man. We're walking, we're hiking, we're journaling, we're mind mapping. We're really working on what is our version of balance, right? That's going to be super important to me. And then, of course, on Tuesday, we're going to have Sam on virtually. He doesn't let it be recorded. Nobody has access to it after that event. So to have Sam help us with wealth building, it's one of the most overlooked parts of the industry. And it's something I went into heavily with Sam about 3-4 years ago because I recognized I don't want to open more schools. That is not my version of success. I really enjoy creating passive income, true passive income, or I'm not managing people. I'm not dealing with leases. I'm not dealing with any of that. I'm creating pure passive income with Sam. He's one school owner, 127 students. This man is a multi-millionaire, multi-millionaire. And I feel very blessed to work with Sam. I call him my friend as well. And I believe every one of you will walk away with more than you possibly could have invested into It's Time Life Balance just with the 3 hours of Sam. Cool. And then, of course, we go to Benihana's. We feed you really well over the 4 days. Get ready to eat. You will explode over the 4 days. We eat really, really well. But then that time after Benihana's, sitting on the water, just gathering our thoughts, right? Then we come back to the school. We have some pizza and salad, and everybody talks about their takeaways, their actionable steps. They create accountability partners, with everybody that's there. And it just kind of puts a bow on everything. It's an amazing experience. So you need to be there. Get signed up today. The link is there. So what are we talking about, man? We're talking about summer profits. I realize the power of suggestion. And hey, if you got questions, put them in there, okay? And if you're coming aboard, let me know you're there. Let me know. Anybody new coming aboard, say hello, say hello. So I do know for me, Conrad's still there. How did I get you out of there, Conrad? Respect martial arts. Is this one here? No, it's this one here. Okay. So the power of suggestion. Let's think about that for a moment. They tell you 8 out of 10 small businesses fail. So guess what happens? 8 out of 10 fail. I'm spending my time mining the data, looking at the case studies of success of the 20% that make it. It's the same thing here. Everybody throws up their hands during the summer and they accept it's going to be crappy. Things are going to be slow. And that's just the way it is. I beg to differ. I believe it's a great opportunity, much like the stock market. When things are down, people are selling and running. I'm busy buying, right? There's a lot of great things out there. And if you buy low, sell high, as they say, then the potential of making money is there. It's the same thing here. Instead of simply, right, waving the white flag and saying, this is summertime, this is the way it is, I'm going to ask you the question, put it in the comments. What are you doing to make this the best summer ever? Hi, sir. How are you? Who do we have here? Tell me who you are. When I just see Facebook user, it doesn't help me. It doesn't help me, right? It doesn't help me. Put your name in there so I can give you the proper shout out. And so for us, looking at summer, there's so many different things you can do. And I'm going to tell you off the bat, I tell people all the time, we are a very well-established school, 23 years in San Francisco, 9 years in Millbrae, and we're very established. So I can post my prices at my website. I can do all of that. You, as a young school owner, a new school owner, anybody less than 150 students, please do not post your prices at your website. Please do not post your schedule. Get them to opt in, capture that information, start a dialogue, and create that relationship. Okay, real important. Oh, Johnny, you moved over from your LinkedIn once I couldn't use the comments. Oh, cool. And there's Letitia, my sister. Dun, 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 dun. And so for me, I look at summertime as a great opportunity. It really is. So here's some of the things we do. We do day camp. Now, I know school owners have said over and over, I don't want to be a babysitter. I get it. But we put a spin on that. We only take 36 campers. The average weekly cost is $400. Now, those of you out there running camps, that is a pretty high-end price. We don't do field trips. We don't transfer kids around. We don't have the additional expenses of swimming pools, movie theaters, laser tag. We don't have any of that expense. None of it. We go to the park every day, but we don't take kids on field trips. So our profit margin is also pretty high. We do have a few volunteers to help round out the team, and we have a well-paid staff. So again, do the math. 10 weeks, 36 spots at $400. What is that? $13,000 a week times 10 weeks. That's $130,000 we're bringing in, minus expenses and taxes. We'll profit somewhere around half of that, right? After everything. So that's good additional revenue, don't you think? Another $65,000 into my pocket. I think it's a good day every day. And I don't do the work. Okay. But somebody reached out to me and said they're trying to do camps right now. I don't advise it. I think it's a knee-jerk reaction to try to generate revenue. You should be promoting camps all year round. As soon as camps end, these kids will roll into our after-school program, which we have in place. So another big thing we did, as I was consulting Dojo Launch, right, this digital media company, I decided to do Facebook ads. But I did them with the contingency that I get to write the copy with them. You know, we collaborate, we work on scripts, we work on the B-rolls, we work on all of those things. And as I shared, our numbers have been phenomenal. I think in June last year, Millbrae did 30 new students. This year, we're at 45. So that was something else we did different. We started to do digital advertising in May and in June and July, May and June, in order to create this additional students. And it's crazy. Last Saturday, I had 6 new intros doing a trial with me. So even though our numbers dip because all the after schoolers leave, right? So that's a huge hit. We're doing what, 25 kids in after school. So we lose 25 right away in Millbrae instantly. And then I think San Francisco's got 40 kids on hold for the summer because here they have, they're in a little better tax bracket. So they'll go to China for 3 months. They'll go to Europe. They go. So San Francisco is 40 on hold. Millbrae has 15. The numbers are a little lower in Millbrae, I think, because people space out the vacations 1 week here, 1 week there, 1 week here. So nobody puts their memberships on hold. So again, that strategy has really helped us keep our numbers up. June was better for us financially at both locations than it was in June of 2022. So you with me? Okay. Premium camps, which we promoted all year long, right? Running the digital ads. Okay. So we're in the mix of summer. July is normally the worst month for us at both locations revenue wise, but we'll see. I hope to have a good report to offer you at the end of July. Cool. Now, so let's start talking about back to school. Back to school is a big one, right? It just is. So one of the things I'm going to recommend right now is you reach out to the PTA of every elementary school right now. And what you're going to offer them is a pre-K and kinder greet and meet. Write it down. Greet and meet. And why this came out was because my son went to kindergarten. He didn't know anybody. The preschools filter into the unified school district, and it's a whole different animal, right? So what was really neat about that was we saw the uncertainty in the parents' eyes. We saw they might have known one kid from the preschool, but it wasn't really this strong connection. So you go to the PTA and tell them, we will offer you a meet and greet at our school. The kids will come in, they'll meet the other kids, the other parents will design games and stuff to promote what? Them meeting and greeting each other. And the neat thing about that, you can also cultivate the life skills of your school. Put your questions in, okay? So here's a prime example. We have the kid stand on one red dot with the parent. The kid stands here on the other red dot with the parent. Who could say confidence, sir? Confidence, sir. And confidence means to believe in yourself. What does confidence mean? To believe in yourself, sir. Awesome. And if you believe in yourself, it can help you make new friends, everybody shouts. So we're going to earn some confidence right now. And you're going to walk up to your neighbor and you're going to say, hi, my name is Johnny. What's your name? That little exercise where they get to meet and greet. Of course, the parents are greeting each other too, because we tell our parents the best way to parent is to lead by example. So the parent kind of ushers the kids up to each other. They say hello. Happened there. Oh, I'm back. Oh, I lost the net, came back. And so that everybody gets a confidence badge. So that's just one of the drills that we do. Every drill we design does 2 things. One, it promotes interaction so these kids could learn about each other, greet each other, and do that. And it also promotes the culture of one martial arts. But do not, under any circumstance, be standing on that mic every other drill going, hey, and today, if you sign up for martial arts classes, we'll do this. We only have 20 spots, and it's time sensitive. It's only being offered today. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Let organically you plant the seeds to build a long-term relationship. Because if you stop and think about it, they're not there to sign up for martial arts classes. Please take that off the table. They are not there. They are there because they're afraid. They're feeling the anxiety of going into a bigger school system after preschool, their babies growing up. I mean, there's so many things going on there emotionally. You don't want to sit there and tainted and jaded by you sitting there selling martial arts classes. Just be the support system, because that's what you're saying. We are the village to help you raise your kid. Here's a prime example. We ask for nothing. We're giving this back to you. Have I driven that one home? Is everybody there? Put it in the comments if you're with me on that. And if you're coming aboard, say hello. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I love to know who's here hanging out. Okay. And then, of course, the PTA has a spot to get up there on the microphone and say, hi, I'm so-and-so from the PTA. And if you want to improve your child's experience, come to our PTA meetings, join us. Seriously, right? And then at some point, we usher them into the party room. We'll have, because it's normally in the afternoon, 2 to 4, we don't do a full-blown pizza and juice. We'll do things, power bars, apples, things like that, which is much more in line with the school district and what they're trying to promote with healthy eating. You with me? But during that time, what we share is we will play with the kids on the main floor. The parents get a chance to sit together in the back and talk for a minute. So it's more like, an adult thing going on in the back while we watch the kids out front. That is powerful, because we're earning the trust. Well, I can sit back here in this party room, and mind you, we got big giant windows so you can see everything that's going on that mat. It's not like they go behind a closed door where they can't see their kid. So that little experience has always been big for us, and it's one we to this day manifest at both locations. Super important to us. Karth, what's happening, Karth? Karth likes the Kinder meet and greet. Cool. Jadasaurus is starting Kinder next month. Oh my God. Bryce. Hey, Bryce. What's happening? DFW, Texas. Very cool. So, and for a lot of events, that's when things began to change, right? Birthday parties are huge for us, but they are now a huge revenue stream. We make $750 is what we charge for a birthday party for 2 hours for 24 kids. Because the minute we took off the table, we're not going to use this birthday party as a lead generating event. We're really going to create the best Disney experience birthday party we've ever seen. And we studied all the other venues, and we created this amazing experience. It's in high demand. Pre-pandemic, we're doing 18 birthday parties a month. 18, right? 9 at one location, 9 at the other. Now we've scaled that way back and we've raised our price, but the birthday parties we do are just amazing. Okay, so kindergarten meet and greet right now, because if you really want an in with the school system, do it through the PTA. My wife sat on the PTA. She was president in the elementary school system of the PTA. I cannot tell you how much more direct and impactful that can be, how many more doors get open when you just serve versus going in there with some ulterior motive. And please tell me you do not walk into the school in August wearing your karate uniform with a box of donuts during lesson planning week going, hi, I know it's tough, teachers. Here's some donuts courtesy of, ABC martial arts. Tell me you don't do that, because they see that sales tactic a mile away. Okay? All right. Another thing, I was talking to James Walker at Resilient Martial Arts, and he's got a cotton candy machine, which was one of my ideas, and he's got a snow cone machine, which wasn't one of my ideas. And now he's got like back to school night booked. We do movie in the park with the cotton candy machine. We do every back to school night at all 3 schools. Every school, elementary school, does this kind of welcoming meet and greet thing. Some are daytime, some are night, but they're all back to school. So we do that, and those are already booked too. We'll do all of them. So again, what we're discussing here is having exposure. Now, of course, we have a nice banner with a QR code. We don't even bring handouts anymore. We just simply bring these really cool banners with QR codes. You want to know about day camps? Scan this QR code. You want to know about our pre-K kinder program? Scan this code. You want our after-school program? Scan this code. People are akin to that. It's not a bad thing, especially if you can guide them to this beautifully crafted landing page that really promotes the value of your program and why they want to come to you versus anybody else. We have an after-school program only in Millbrae because the demographic needs it. But again, we keep that very small. And we always say small, safe, and well staffed. Those are three of our key benefit points in all of our camps as well as our after school program. Write it down. Small, safe, and well staffed. I'm not afraid to say small. Bigger is not always better. When I'm a parent and I know you have a small camp, and then you ask, well, how small? 36 kids. Wow, that's cool. Because you can go to ABC, the YMCA, the boy girl. It's huge. You're talking 100 kids. And I personally would not feel my child is safe in that environment. That's just a lot of freaking kids. And it is overwhelming for the kid, and it's not a good experience. But you have to have faith. With a premium camp like ours, people will book a week, and then we look, they book next week, and they book next week, and they book next week. And that happens a lot in our camps because we are a premium camp. They're going to try us out for a week. They're not going to commit to 10 weeks. Would I commit to the YMCA at $99 a week? Heck yeah. That's a no-brainer, right? That's just a glorified babysitter as far as I'm concerned. But a specialized camp like ours with life skills, martial arts, part-time arts and crafts, and all the rest, it's a premium camp. Cool? All right, what questions do you have? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here and take a deep breath. Great question. What do you charge for after-school program? $762 a month for 4 to 5 days a week. If it's 2 or 3 days, we charge, I believe, $682, somewhere in there. Yeah. Again, very high, right? You think it's very high, but it's not. It's not if you offer a premium service. Would you rather drive a Kia or a Bentley? They're both a car. They move from A to B. Again, it's that perceived value. And if you back it up and you follow through and you deliver on what you say you're going to do, everything changes. Everything changes. Everything changes. So yeah, our after school program is $762 a week. A month. Do the math. Tell me, who do you know in our industry that's charging $762 a month? Now, granted, we are in California, so we need to charge more. Cost of living is pretty high, all the rest, but it's still a really good profit margin when the day's done. Yeah, so that's our after school. Any other questions? Put them in. Put them in. Put them in. All right. So another thing I want to talk about now is curriculum. I think we see people go on hold and there's that wonder, are they going to come back? Especially in our situation where people are month to month. And I say tuition investment, not a membership, not a fee or not a subscription. I don't like the word subscription, but is it a subscription-based model? Yes. But if you were to ask me right now, as a parent, how much do you charge for martial arts classes? I would reply, well, your tuition investment for your child's personal development and future is $259 for twice a week. Okay. Question. Does your staff pick up the kids from their schools? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Also, do you use passenger vans or bus style vans? We use vans because we don't need a special license and a number of people can drive the van if that's the case. And we're only picking up from 3 elementary schools and we have them spaced out and timed to where we pick up. They're staggered. So they're out at different times, fortunately, by about 15 minutes. And the schools are literally less than 15 minutes from our location. All 3 of them. Yeah, I mean, it's a very unique, it's like a perfect storm. So we pick up at one school at 2:00, we drop them off and we're off to the next school that's out at 2:30. So one van can pick up 18 kids, the other van picks up the other 18, and we're able to move that way. Yep. And we love it. When we started out though, we used a thing called Kids Jet, and it was a service that went and picked up the kids. Once we saw the light of day, the profit was there. Then we bought our own vans and used our own drivers. Now, here's what's unique about that. Most of the time, my guys don't drive. We hire pretty much retired people, semi-retired people that still want purpose, and they work every day from 12 to 3. They don't want to work more than that. They're retired, semi-retired. So it's a perfect job where they still feel like they have purpose and they're doing something good. Like we have Miss Sue. We love Miss Sue. She used to be a preschool teacher, and she's just amazing. Just freaking, I mean, we love Nasu. That's all I can say about that. So yeah, eventually, but you may not be able to afford that to begin with, right? And I don't want to insure young drivers. They're really expensive. I will insure my 30-year-old driver with a great record who's an instructor I drive to on Fridays. I was picking up because we couldn't find a really good driver. We had lost one. So Miss Sue drove one van and me and TJ split the other duties. No, well, Seafood Bender drove on Thursdays. I drove on Fridays and TJ drove Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe. And we did it that way because again, delivering the best experience is important, right? I'd considered an Uber driver, meaning to say he stops his shift, turns off his Uber clock, right? Turns off his app, and he works for us for 3 hours. I've considered that too, because they're out there driving all day long anyways. And if they can make more money with us for 3 hours than doing their Uber and then go right back to it, so be it. I mean, there's that potential too. But I like the consistency that comes with this face that people and parents trust. You know what it means to a parent to have me picking up their kids every Friday from Spring Valley? It means a lot when the parents say, hey, professor picks us up on Friday. And I do things like I bring them a treat. So it's really everything we do is about creating a Disney experience. Everything we do is about creating that experience, even on the tough days when kids don't practice and we have to tell them sternly, you need to practice. That's why you didn't earn your stripe today. We do. And those are the types of conversations we had. I had one yesterday where the kid doesn't want to do it anymore. And I said to the parent, please, maybe they need to take a break. And they looked at me like, wow, how thoughtful you, because sometimes that's the best thing. Everything else we're doing isn't working with this kid. He literally stands there and won't do it anymore. And he's been with us for 1.5 years. So maybe he needs a break. Maybe he needs to quit. Maybe he's done. I'm okay with that because we live from a culture of gratitude. And that gratitude says, I'm grateful if you stay a day. I'm grateful if you stay a month. I'm grateful if you choose not to sign up at all. Because I really am a grateful soul and I want to extend that gratitude to you and hope that you find whatever it is you need and you're looking for. Cool? So yes, we are getting ready to run our Facebook ads for our after school program now. I'm looking at the scripts, the things we have to shoot, all of that's being done. All of it's being done. So, but right now our after school program, I believe, is about 60% booked. So I have no challenge. It will book up. It will. It will absolutely book up. Next question, put it in there. All right. So we have the kindergarten meet and greet. We also have back to school, right? We also have our after school program. Now, getting back to curriculum, this is the big one, right? For summer strategies. We do all of it. And people ask me why. I'm going to tell you why. We do a 3-month cycle. Okay. There's a learn week and there's an earn week. So first week we're learning. Next week we're earning. Everybody in the school knows that. It sits up on the wall. It says, right now it says, Red Stripe 11 Earn Week. So there's a red stripe for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. 4 different stripes, right? But they all understand it is earning week. So they should be earning their stripe. And that's part of our whole culture indoctrination. We let them know, look up on the wall. You can see what skill your child's learning. I think this week it's pride. You can also look what stripe are they on, and it will say learn week or earn week. And depending what level your child is, that's the stripe you practice via the app. So again, that level of communication also helps your retention tremendously. So 3 months, 6 stripes. At the end of 3 months, we have month 4. Now, everybody says to me, man, you spend a whole month testing people? That's a long time. We only do a week. I understand that. But remember, we are testing out roughly 800 people out of our 950 active, right? The rest are kickboxers. So we're mindful of that. So especially with August rolling around, you know how many kids are going to come into August with 4 stripes and 5 stripes? A lot of them. So what needs to happen in that month? Make up stripes. I had a kid freaking out the other day, totally freaking out. I'm not going to get my belt. I'm not going to get my belt. I said, sir, you currently have 5 stripes on your belt. You just earned your red one. In the month of August, when you're back from vacation, we will learn and earn your brown stripe, the one you're missing. And you will test out and you will earn your new belt by the end of August. Sound good? Okay, okay. Go have fun on your vacation. And if you really want, schedule a 15-minute virtual private lesson, right? And look at the video in your app so you're at least you're familiar with the curriculum when you come back. So we put these things in place to help them, right? Karth, I'll get to that question one second. So, but if you look at it, it's not a whole month. Follow me. January, February, March. What happens in April? Spring break. Spring break. So we don't get a true full month. We actually get 3, give or take when your spring break is, ski week if you're on vacation. Then who do we have next? April, May. No, then we have what? April. Then we have May, June, July. August is back to school. A lot of the kids here in our school district are going back to school by the second week of August. A lot of people are doing last minute vacations. So it's not a full month of makeup stripes, review, and testing. And that's a whole nother animal. If I could tell you we're paperless in our belt testing process, we're paperless. Maybe I'll walk you through that next week. It'll blow your mind. Paperless. Yep, we have no paper whatsoever. 0 paper. And then we have what? September, October, November. December, we're closed for a week. December is Christmas. December, people go away. You do not get a full month of your view, makeup stripes, and belt testing. You simply do not. But you see the strategy there. But here's the other brilliance. It falls in line with the school district breaks. Spring break, right? Back to school and winter break. So ideally, when you design curriculum, I would highly encourage you to try to sync it up with the school district. I have a client in Switzerland. We totally revamped his curriculum because in Switzerland, they do 5 weeks, vacation 2 weeks, 5 weeks, vacation 2 weeks. It's really weird. So we set up a 5-week cycle for belt testing. Yep, we did. And it works brilliantly. But I would highly recommend wherever you are in the world that you design your curriculum, the progression of belt testing and everything based upon what's going on in the school district. It's so organic, it's so natural, and everybody's in tune with it. You with me? And that's why August for back to school for us is so huge, because these kids come back willfully because they know they're going to earn their new belt. They know, because we make sure when they go on vacation, they're hovering around at least 4 stripes, at least 4. And we confidently and reassure them. We announce it in classes. We share that at social media. We put it in our newsletter. Be confident, parents. We have a whole month in August. Review, makeup stripes, belt testing. Again, if you promote it, people will get it. It's the anxiety of what? The unknown. That causes people to freak out. That is not the Disney experience, and they want to quit. They want to quit. Cool? All right. So let me answer Karth's question. Karth, any recommendations on advertising team building programs to organizations? Yeah, HR. Strictly HR. That's it. I've done team building exercises and workshops and talks at Meta, Stanford Healthcare, Microsoft, a couple of realty companies. Absolutely. Absolutely. But again, defining and knowing, do your research, Karth. I think that's it. There's so much data out there now that when you can research a company and know who they are and know what their pain points are particularly, and then define clearly, Karth, how you in particular, because what did they look at you as? A martial arts school owner. That's it. That's freaking it. And when I earned my TED Talk, I wrote a book, I've written feature articles, I have the #1 martial arts blog at Google. It's taken years of building that rapport and building that, credibility to be able to go to Meta and say what I have to offer you is not limited to the scope of a martial arts school. It's not. It's not. So again, I want to be mindful of that, extremely mindful of that, and be able to make sure when I position myself with these organizations, Karth, I'm coming at them the right way. If I'm doing team building, am I necessarily going to put a promo shot of me in a karate uniform? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Again, it depends. But do I have those resources, Karth, at my fingertips to go, okay, this is what this business needs. I've done my research. I've studied this company inside and out. They're 75% women. I'm going to take this angle as a woman school owner and do it this way. Sure, you can do any of those things, but you have to make that decision when you approach them. And a lot of that happens, in bigger companies. Fortune 500 companies have an event planning department. They do. Otherwise, the smaller companies, you go through HR. If it's a smaller company, go straight to the owner, right? People come to me all the time. Do you need, Red Cross certification? Who are they going to come to? They're going to look for me, right? So again, you want to understand that, because if you come the wrong way and you go to the wrong person, you piss them off. But if you do your due diligence and you really know who the go-to in that company is, that shows a lot of respect on your part. That shows a lot of protocol, good protocol. Because then you have that conversation with someone that's not responsible for it, Karth, and they go, well, great pitch. It's not my department. Send it to so-and-so. Already, that's a bad experience. It is. You with me? So again, pick the company that you want to bring this team building to. Be very specific who they are, identify their pain points or needs, and go to them specifically with a solution. Don't just buckshot it, like they do at LinkedIn. You ever see that at LinkedIn, Karth, where you'll sit there at LinkedIn? I get the same damn chat-generated LinkedIn email from everybody. Hey, LinkedIn keeps sending me saying you and I are a good fit. So I thought I would explore that. I've looked at your profile and I think, what are you up to? It's bullshit. You're going to sell me something. That's all you're going to do. And you're using the latest, whatever AI generated intro message LinkedIn is telling you to use until people get bored of that. And there's nothing more of a turnoff for me when I get 3 or 4 of those in my inbox at LinkedIn, and they're all the same message. One is from a web thing. One is from, do you want to be a speaker and pay $1,000 to speak at our event? One is this, but they all use the same intro. That's weak, and weak. You know nothing about me. You care nothing about me. You're doing a numbers game, and all you're trying to do is see who responds, right? That's all that is. So again, be very mindful. Yep. Auto-generated ads. Yep. Cool. All right. So we covered bell testing, right? And making sure that you create an environment where it's welcoming for people to come back that are on hold or been gone for the summer. And you better be, setting up some automated email flow, reminding them of that, right? So they know coming back is going to be an easy entry back in. And then you might schedule some makeup stripe workshops, some Saturday 1 to 3 things, welcome back workshops where we're going to work on your curriculum, get you to your next belt. No worries. Come join us. And again, don't charge for those things. That perceived added value. I give you $100. You give me $500 worth of value. I'm a happy camper all day, every day, right? All day, every day. So again, recognizing what's happening in August and how you want to bring that influx of those kids on hold back in, but you have to create that awareness. We are here. Don't worry. If they're missing stripes, we'll take care of it. Do a 15-minute virtual private while you're on vacation. Don't worry. We'll take care of it. Be confident. They'll earn their new belt by September. Come to the workshop. Hey, here's a We Miss You postcard. Can't wait till you come back. All those different things literally funnel them on a path of success, on a path, in our case, to live your best life. We want to cultivate that. And it also shows a very deep sense of empathy, that you are empathetic, right? You are empathetic and you are in a position to do what? Help them get back integrated. You're empathetic to, I know you're on vacation. Have a really good freaking time. We got your back. Those types of things in retention, a lot of people don't quantify it. They believe the solution is offer them 1 month free or do half price or throw in some glow chucks. That's not it, right? It's not it. Buy 1 private lesson, get 1 free, to get you back up to par. It's not it. It's not. So I'm ever mindful of that. I'm going to ask you to be mindful of that too. Cool? All right. So then again, I think the other thing we're looking at for us We have a couple of big festivals. Labor Day weekend, we're closed, but we have the demo team. We have a booth set up, in Millbrae at the Art and Wine Festival. Do look for those things. One of my good friends and clients is Team Martial Arts. Look them up, Livermore, California. I'm so proud of them. When I first met them, I think they were at 130, 140 students. And now, a few years later, not long, maybe 5 years, because I didn't work with them until recently in my wisdom program. But in working with them consistently over the past 6, 7 months, they are now at 325. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. I'm very proud of that. One of the things they do is they're a huge sponsor of the farmers market in downtown Livermore. They sponsor to the tune of 5 or 6 thousand a year. But because of that, they get to have a booth at, I don't know, a number of events throughout the year. So they've really established themselves as a business that gives back. During the holidays, they do the hot cocoa booth. You come in and they top it with marshmallows and, things like that and cocoa powder. And it's totally free. It's totally free. They're not out there kicking and punching and the demo team's flying through the air. Man, it's cold. It's freaking winter. I'd rather you give me a hot cup of cocoa. I'll remember that a hell of a lot more than standing here in the cold, freezing, watching your demo team fly around. You with me? So they do different things like that. And so again, looking for those types of opportunities are powerful, powerful, powerful. Right now, we have a couple of baseball teams, softball teams out in rotation with one martial arts on it. Creating that brand awareness. You want to have eyes on you all the time. All the time. And it can't always be in a school talk, a PE teacher of the day, or in this case, the demo team. Those three things I saw right away, very limiting opportunities, very limited opportunities. So we began to mine other data to find what is available. The cotton candy machine, which there were huge critics, said I was the diabetes demon, right? And yeah, how dare you, right? Sugar is nothing to do with health. Yeah, it's cool. And then you post a picture of you drinking a beer, right? What the heck? Who's that? As my mom used to say, God rest her soul. The kettle, I don't know, the kettle calling the pot black, something like that, because cast iron pots. So the cotton candy machines are huge, just freaking huge for us. And then volunteering your own personal time, watching the White Zone at an elementary school in the morning, right? My wife works in the classrooms. My son's going into high school. She's on the she's on the Mills Sports Booster Club to help raise money for sports teams. She's in it to win it. She helped in all of the Taylor middle school dances and different events. I can't tell you how many times that woman has told me, get the cotton candy machine ready. We're doing this. I'm like, okay, babe. And there I am, right? A lot. So we do that a lot. Whereas San Francisco, it's a little bit more fragmented. So we work on the relationships individually with the schools. Individually. So another thing you should be planning in relationship to that is the back to school, assemblies, confidence building, things like that. But follow me, stop doing school assemblies. What? What did Brannon Beliso just say? Write it down. Stop doing school assemblies. Write it down. You know why? Tell me, where are we more effective? Teaching a class to 20 kids, age appropriate kindergarten, or being at a school assembly, K through 6, 350 kids in a room? I'm waiting. You know the answer to that, right? You know the answer to that. I remember the first time we did that, my black belt that was working with me said, what are we doing? I said, well, we're going to this elementary school. We're going to do 9 to 12, 3 kindergarten classrooms. We'll take a quick lunch break. Then we'll come back and do 3 more kindergarten classes in the afternoon. He goes, well, why don't we just do them all together and get it done in an hour? I said, young Padawan, listen to me closely. Are we more effective teaching a class to 20 kids or more effective teaching an assembly? I said, that's right. And so we're able to go into these individual classrooms and teach these dynamic experiences because it is a smaller, more controlled environment, right? And it does mimic what we do in our classes more effectively. So when I send out a team, they're not overwhelmed standing there at an assembly with freaking, 300 kids. It's very controlled. It simulates the environment we offer, so they're much more intuitive and impactful and effective. You with me? You with me? Who's with me on that? Does anybody get that? Put it in the comments. All right, as I take my deep breath here, who's got a question? Put them in, put them in. So that's a big one as well. And also, when they start up the school season, there's so many things going on, right? There's international food, there's back to school night, there's picture day, there's this, there's that, there's this, there's that. There's so many things, but you have to become part of it. You have to get in the mix. Hook up with your local Rotary Club. Hook up with the Lions Club. You know, we have the Lions Club, and they got this big ass van with a grill, and they do a pancake breakfast at Little League, seasonal openers. They'll do it at the fun run on Thanksgiving at the elementary school, does a fun run, right? And we took a look at that and said, damn, they're everywhere. So we went to the Lions Club and said, hey, you do pancake and sausages, right? With your maple syrup. Yes, we do. Well, how about we come on the end of that? We'll supply strawberries, bananas, granola, yogurt. We'll put all the toppings for those pancakes. What do you think? Oh, I think that's a really good idea. Abso-freaking-lutely. So when you finish this fun run at Millbrae Meadows, one of the elementary schools, you go through the line thinking it's the same old thing. Gonna get my pancakes, my sausage. Bam. Colorful, amazing experience. And all we put is a sign that says all toppings courtesy of One Martial Arts. We have a banner pulled up, with our programs on it and QR codes. That's it. Could you imagine if I sat there and said, you want some toppings? You must opt in right now and write down your name and email on this list so that I can capture your lead. Done. Done. You're freaking done. They will never invite you back. You are done. It's so clear why you're there. And that's why it's almost laughable for me when a business owner goes to me, what's your ROI on the cotton candy? And I'm like, what? What a fixed mindset. You're so conditioned to believe everything you do out there must be to get a lead. I had that happen to me the other day. We're at this thing on 4th of July and we're watching a band and blah, blah, blah. And some real estate person came up to me and said hi. And I said hi. And they said, we need to do some business together. And I said, well, I'm not selling my home. But they're so conditioned. They're always looking for a new lead, a new angle, because they live from the mindset of scarcity, And if you live from a mindset of scarcity, you will always turn people off because, can I say it? You're hard up. You appear hard up and desperate. So everything is just about what's my angle? What's in it for me? And it's like, that's such a silly question. I'm not selling my home. You and I will never do business together. Ever, 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 right? And when I do sell my home, I'm probably not going to go through you because our only conversation always centers around you wanting to do business with me. It's yucky, right? It's like the person who walks around with their card handing out to people all the time. It's just a turnoff because there's nothing genuine or connected about that. Are you with me on that? So look for these great opportunities to do so. I'll share that one and then I'll answer this question. Whose question? I was my wife will, said one morning was 7:30, throw on your One Martial Arts hoodie. Okay, babe. I'm half asleep making coffee. She goes, and here's some stop signs. I go, what the hell? Well, what am I doing? She says, well, the crossing guard at my daughter's elementary school called in sick. I want you to go in there and be the crossing guard. So what the heck, right? It's 30 minutes of my time. It's 4 blocks from my house. What the heck? Right. So I'm out there directing traffic, doing my thing with the stop signs and giving back to the community. And people were appreciative. Right. Next thing you know, there's a social media post pops up and it says, wow, here is Brannon Beliso, the owner of One Martial Arts, taking time out of his busy day to keep our kids safe. You can't buy that press, folks. You can't. All it was based upon was what? Giving back, man. Giving back, right? Doing the right thing. Just freaking doing the right thing. All right. So Conrad's asking, Where do you get your summer camp staff from? Absolutely. Absolutely. Career centers at all of the major high schools. They all have a career center, Conrad, and all these kids need a summer job. And of course, we get volunteers from our leadership program. Of course, in Millbrae, the gentleman that runs our after school program rolls right into running our camp. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing, right? So we have a lead there. In San Francisco, we have a special needs elementary school teacher that's also one of our black belts. As soon as she finishes her school year, which ends in June, guess what? She's got a built-in summer job. You know how many teachers have no summer job? It sucks, but they're grateful. She does an awesome job. We love her, and she's been with us for ooh 14 years now. And it's such a great relationship. We fulfill a need for her and she fulfills a need for us. So, and they're out there. Every college has a career center you can tap into, a kid for child development. Do not burn out your martial arts staff. That's what everybody says. I don't want to do it. I don't want to burn out my staff. That's a lame reason not to do camps. But don't do it half-ass either. Don't sit there and do a camp from 9 to 3 and then get people off the mat because you don't have a designated area for your camp for them to sit and do Legos and read and all that. Who needs your camp? Working parent. When does your camp open? 8 a.m. When does it close? 6 p.m. What do you charge for aftercare? Nothing. Nothing. It's all value. 8 to 6 are our camp hours. Well, I only need it from 9 to 3. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to us. Right? I'm not big on nickel and diming people creating different price structures because you want your kid there. We don't do half day. We don't do full day. We don't do any of that. None of it. It's a week of camp, 8 to 6, because the working parent is the one that needs you, right? Just is. It just is. So yeah, our camps, like I said, we've been running them for over 20 years in San Francisco, 9 years in Millbrae, and they are a premium camp. Average of $400 a week. And the way we tier that out, Conrad, the first 12 spots are $350. The next 12 spots is $400. The last 12 spots is $450. And that was TJ's idea. And I love it. It works really, really well. So the parent now knows, wow, man, someone booked 10 weeks of camp and then they canceled 1 week and wanted to move it to another week. And they went to that week and it was $450. And they said, whoa. How come I can't book this camp? Because it's the last 12 spots. You want it, you pay another $100. So, and it's very acceptable. You didn't book the week. You want to move a week. Now you move into a week that's already completely booked, right? We only have a few spots. You will pay $450, not $350, $450. So somebody tried to do that at one point and it didn't work. So how many weeks do you offer? 10 weeks. 10 weeks of camp. Yep. Yeah, I think it's like a Band-Aid. When you're doing 3 weeks of camp, it's not something that I support or advocate for. We have kids with us for 10 weeks. You know who's the ideal avatar? The kid that's in our after school program. His name's Marcus Nguyen. Love the kid. I love this freaking kid. He's a good kid. He does our after school program, right? Rolls right into 10 weeks of summer camp, rolls right back into the after school program. Could you do the math? What's $762 times 9 payments? Someone do that for me. Start with that. What's $762 times 9 payments? Put it in. And then we're going to wrap this one up, okay? And while you're doing that little math for me here, let me see if I can do this since I'm alone. Marco's not with me. See, I'm saying that because I miss Marco today. Marco is not with me. Okay, put that in. Boom. I want to thank my sponsors, Tucson, Market Muscles, My Studio, Kids Love Life Skills, LC Accounting. I love all you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, loving me, supporting me. Cool. Let me go back to my comments over here. Do the math. What is it? Nobody put it in. Come on. $762 times 9. Put it in. Oh, man. Nobody's doing that for me. Help me out. I can't live my best life without your love. Okay, good. Now, times 10 weeks of camp times $350 because they booked 10 weeks and they did it right away. So 10 weeks times 350 is 3,500. Add the two together. What are we looking at? $8,100? 81, so $8,000, right? Something like that, right? Yep. And then the 3,500 for the 10 weeks of camp. How many students, how many classes would you have to teach to make $8,100? See, so that's what you want to strive for. That is the ultimate avatar. We don't nickel and dime them with belt testing fees and arts and crafts fees and all this other stuff. It's a premium product. You pay premium price and you get premium service. Cool? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. What I'm sharing with you about our summer strategies is they're all in line with the core value and our purpose of live your best life. That's why we don't take 90 freaking campers where it's a zoo. I want to create the best experience. And there's always that tipping point. Once we get past 36, 40, it starts to degrade. And if you look at your profit margin, it starts to degrade as well. I think one time we did 70 campers in San Francisco. It was crazy. It was insane. Everybody was stressed. And when we really analyzed it, it was right at about 40 where all the money just went on staffing. It was literally, we weren't making anything at that point. And it was a horrible experience. It was overcrowding, everything. Even with our designated camp rooms, chairs, tables, everything set up for a preschool. Even with that, it was just horrible for everybody. So discover that for you as well. Because first and foremost, I am a martial artist. I am a martial arts school. For our culture, we don't want to be any of those types of things. We have a brand. We have brand colors. We stick to them. I am not rebranding my school with whatever program you try to sell me. I am not changing my scheme, my colors of my brand for yours. That's why you come into One Martial Arts. It's red, black, and white, variations of gray. I don't care whose program I'm using. I would never sell their t-shirts. I would never sell any of their stuff. Ever, 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 ever. Ever, 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 ever. And that's why I'm deeply adamant when I work with schools and I'm going, hey, this guy's wearing a freaking Nike t-shirt while he's teaching class. That doesn't work for me. What's the name of your school? Well, ABC Martial Arts. He better be wearing an ABC Martial Arts, appropriate uniform. Nothing more, nothing less. It's unacceptable. So again, knowing your brand and protecting that brand and nurturing that brand is a huge part that is way overlooked in our industry. Look at Disney, Nike, we can go on and on. Apple is so protective of their brand, and so am I. Cool. All right. Any other questions before we wrap this up? Okay. Where are you going to be? November 11th through 14th. Here, only 20 spots. The 4-day experience of It's Time Life Balance. You are your best investment. Come on. Make that investment in yourself. Dave Kovar, observing classes on Saturday, plus 4 hours with Dave Kovar. Sunday, all business with me, plus Adam Lodi. We're going to do some digital marketing. Monday, all personal development, out in the woods, mind mapping, journaling, crying, getting unstuck, planning our 2024. Then Tuesday, Sam on. 3 hours virtually with wealth building, followed by Benny Hanna's. Yummy, yummy. And then the whole afternoon is all strategy on how we're going to make 2024 happen. Accountability partners, actionable steps. That 4-day experience is our 8th offering. It's just simply, one of the best things I've ever experienced and facilitated. You need to be there. Go to brannonbeliso.com, look under events, and get signed up for that. Cool? All right. Thanks and great share today. I love you, Conrad. I love you so much, man. All right, let's see if I can do this. Can I do this? Let's see. Marco will be very proud of me if I can do this. All right, let's see. Ready? I want to thank everybody for being on today's show. I want to thank my sponsors. Ooh, look, I did it. Tusai, Market Muscles, My Studio, Kids of Life Skills, LC Accounting. If you're not using their services, please explore them. I really believe they would help you improve the quality of every aspect of your business and help you scale and monetize higher. I am Brannon Beliso. Thank you so much for being here today. For everything for me, just join our Disruptor group. Find me at LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or go to brannonbeliso.com. Until we talk again, please, you go out there, live your best life.